Hey everybody, welcome back to Factorio. I'm Joe Mama, your host. So, we haven't touched this game in a long time, and I am really liking this new main menu thing here where we got the animations going on. This is awesome. I love it. I love the new look. For those of you who don't know, a while back, last year, the game was fully released. And then of course, very soon after, people realized that, oh, well, it's got this shortcoming and this shortcoming, and because the devs for this game are so freaking awesome, they very promptly developed a 1.1 and released that, and it had a lot of spit and polish and some other changes to it, so, I mean, this game is so freaking awesome. They don't charge nearly enough for it, I have to say. And now there's talk of a Factorio 2, if you want to call it that. I don't know exactly what they'd call it or how they'd go about it, but I mean, how do you improve on this? It's just freaking awesome. But anyway, it's been a while since I touched this game, and I did a test. As you can see the little, where's my mouse cursor? There you go. You can see the little thing up here. I did a test a while back just to kind of see how everything worked, and yes, it does. Computer's still handling it just fine. And so what I thought I'd like to do, with some consultation too with my buddy Board Bob, who's another YouTuber who does Factorio, very knowledgeable about different tweaks with the game, and he'll be the first to admit, no, not the best at it, but entertaining to watch. So if you haven't seen him, be sure to check him out. Maybe I'll put a link in the description for you. But I'm kind of thinking that I was going to do the space exploration mod, but I'm really thinking that I'd like to get my feet wet on the game first. The space exploration mod is almost another whole game. I mean, it like changes the game to such a thorough degree. I mean, not in a bad way, but it adds so much that it's almost a completely new game. That, you know what, let me just get my feet wet on the game. So what I thought I would do is I would play a game, start a game that I'd like to kind of call my forever world. Y'all ever watch B-Dub 100? Great YouTuber, and very fun to watch. Plays mostly Minecraft. Used to delve in a lot of other games, but I haven't seen him play anything really other than Minecraft. One of the founding Hermitcraft members, and he's now with them. But anyway, he always had this forever world that he did, building with B-dubs, and which is great. And I kind of was thinking, man, if I'd like to do something like that with Factorio, just kind of a world that I could keep going back to and try new stuff out and add stuff to and just develop and not really have any straight up goals. Just a game I could just play and CTFO, chill the frick out and just play very casually. So I'm kind of thinking that's what I'd like to do, is start a game like that. Wow, these graphics are awesome. So the spitters now look like roly-polies, if you're familiar with them. Very helpful critters in the world, but that's what they look like. Real-world roly-polies. Okay, so first of all, let's go to the list of mods that I have listed, that I have installed. I've got alien biomes, should be interesting. Basic mod with all the game default data. Wait a second. Oh, right here. Yeah. A collection of additional biomes and various colors of dirt, sand, grass, includes new trees and decorative variants. There are planet controls in the mod option. So, starting a new map is advised. Okay. HR terrain textures are in a separate mod. Oh, okay. Well, you need to check that out then. Okay, well, whatever. Yeah, maybe I'll try that out later. I'll install it and then start it up again. Atomic artillery. If you don't know what that is, basically it gives you the option of building nuclear weapons that can be fired from artillery shells, like old school Atomic Annie, if you all are a fan of history. Yeah, but this thing, you may have seen it in previous episodes that I did, is freaking awesome. It's too much fun to not include. Yeah, it's a little game breaking, but I don't freaking care. It's my game. I can do what the hell I want. Okay, the base mod, of course. Bottleneck. This is a little thing that shows up on your on your items that tells you basically it's green, yellow, red. Green, everything's good. A yellow light indicates that, if I remember correctly, that something feeding into it is slowing up, and red means that that item itself is the problem and it's outputting at a slow rate. It's not like it's jamming up. So basically look for the red lights and correct them. It's kind of a quality of life thing. Bulk rail loader. So apparently, I've never used this before, but Board Bob likes it, and I want to see it work. The bulk train loader unloader. So this should be a helpful thing for helping load trains quicker. So we'll see how that works. Bullet trails, adds trails to machine gun type bullets. Tracers, basically. So I like that. Disco Science. If you've played Dyson Sphere program, you already kind of have this in the game, but your science labs kind of light up with the science that you're processing in the lab. Kind of cool, I think, and I'd like to include that in the game. All it is it's for looks, and I mean, come on. They glow blue all the time, so wouldn't it be cool if, you know, they can change color with whatever science? I'd like to see that. There's a library. Basically, this is just some mods that a lot of Factorio folks like, utilities for creating Factorio mods. And here's the info here if you want to find out about it. Then flow control base. I mean, look at this. It allows you to lay pipes next to each other without having them automatically connect. I kind of like that. So we'll see how that works. FNEI, all recipes for item and usage of this item. So it's basically a nice little library, quality of life thing. Long reach, again, if you can see it, you can build anywhere you can see. It's just modified. I just modified supported Factorio versions. Okay, so you don't have to get right up on something to build it. It's one of the more annoying parts of Factorio. It's not an annoying game, but it's got this thing where you got to like get right up on something to drop it. And now, if you want to chop a tree down, yeah, you still got to get right up on it. Or mine something, you got to get right up on it. But at least if you want to build something, you can reach out and build it. Text plates, same as I've always had. If we want to, you know, mark the land with some names, we'll have that. And I'm keeping the Ruins mod for now, which I've used for a long time. Another reason I wanted to do this kind of casual game is because the Ruins mod is a game breaker for space exploration. Because part of space exploration is you're going to go to some planets that don't have water. But then the Ruins mod throws things on all the planets to include ponds and other bodies of water. So that, and as soon as you have a body of water on a planet that's not supposed to have water, then it kind of breaks the spirit of the game, and we don't want that. Vehicle snap. Smoothly snaps movement angle when driving vehicles. So basically what this does is it helps vehicles drive in a more or less straight line in a cardinal or ordinal direction. So, you know, trying to drive a car or a tank in a straight line could sometimes be a pain in the butt. Well, this will like snap it to a particular angle, and oh yes, wanted that for a while. So we're gonna run with that, and I think we'll leave it like that for now. So we're gonna do single player, new game, free play, yes. Mods, scenarios, Ruins mod, debugging, free play, yeah. All right. Next, I think that was all we needed. No scenarios here. And so the game map generator, we're going to do train world, the rail world, which I like to do. So less frequent, what do you call it? Ore patches, but when we find them, they're going to be big. It says resource patches are large and spread far apart to encourage train systems. Biters won't create any new bases or re-expand into cleared territory. So the biters, they're still hostile, but they're just not going to give us a ton of grief with expansion, which, again, I kind of like that, especially if we're going to think about a casual game. But one thing I do want to do is I want to crank the richness up. Can I go to 5? You know what? Let's bring it up to 4. I want to crank the richness up because, again, if we're going to do this, You know what? Screw it. Let's bring it all the way to 600. Because, again, this is going to be a forever world, then I'd like the patches to last as long as possible. I'm not looking for a super challenge here. I'm just looking for something, basically a nice palette on which we can paint our spaghetti factory. Okay, so we've done that. Terrain. Yes, I don't think we'll change anything really. The only thing is the starting area size. We're going to bring that all the way up to 600. Evolution, we're going to leave as is. Advanced, anything advanced? Recipes, technology, pollution. No, we don't really mess around with that. So let's do a preview. See what we got. All right, the alien biomes. There we go. There they are. So what are we going to have here? Looks like a nice big starting area. Huh. Yeah, this alien biomes thing's kind of wild. All right. Lots of cliffs. Not so sure I like the cliffs. But you know what? We'll work around them. We'll get explosives and we'll blow them the heck up. All right. I don't really see any reason to change from that. So why don't we go with it? So let's go ahead, hit play. Oh, yeah, look at that. That's pretty cool. So, for those who are wondering, and we're going to go through the usual startup, of course. For those who are wondering about, like, Dyson Sphere program, that has not gone away. Okay, it's just that I'm not playing it right now because it has this issue going on with it right now. It's frustrating as all hell that you'll run it for a while, and the video card, I've tracked it down to where the video card just quits. And it'll have a certain percentage of the video card that's being used, the resources being used, and then it just drops to 0. You watch the graph in the task manager, it just drops right off a cliff, you know what I'm saying? And that to me is, it just, and then what happens is once it, oh, what do we got here? Oh, there's the library right there. Got it. Okay. Recipe, got it. All right. It just straight up drops off a cliff, the little graph, and the screen will freeze up, but the game is still going. You can hear the game. You can move around and hear the game going. Okay, where's our stuff? Okay, what is all this jazz? This must be part of the biome, perhaps? It's a little bit confusing. All these purple rocks. Well, they're not rocks, are they? They're probably bushes or something. Yeah, it looks like a lichen or something. Okay. So, yeah, now I gotta make sense. The new biomes on this backdrop are kind of crazy, or the resources. So you can hear it running in the background. It's just the graphics have frozen up, and we're gonna go ahead and see that's got this thing on there. No fuel. So that's what it tells us what the problem is. So, let's grab some coal. And it just freezes. The game freezes. Or not the game, but the graphics freezes. But you can hear it running in the background, so you know it's working. And I don't know why it does it. People have been saying that it doesn't matter if your system is old, new, high capacity, low capacity. It's almost like hit or miss. Some systems do it and some don't. There are people who've had systems, you know, very low-end computers, and they run just fine, and other folks with high-end computers with, you know, RTX 380 graphics cards, and they have all kinds of issues, and they still have the same issue. So what's going on? I have no idea. And so it just got too frustrating. So I got the coal. What else do I need? Oh, all right, I gotta find the iron patch. Where's the iron ore? Oh, it's way up there. Okay. And it just got too frustrating, especially as you get more and more structures built, and you colonize more and more planets. It just starts to bog the system down, and that just got so frustrating. So I just couldn't play it. It's a great game. I love playing it when it works, but when it doesn't work, it's just frustrating as all hell. So there's that. And I even tried, I watched Board Bob play this months ago, and then I saw, who was it? I think it was Wanderbot was playing it. And I'm like, oh, I forgot about that game. It was Hard Space Shipbreaker. And also, looked like a super fun game. I love the sort of dystopian vibe that you get with it, but your job is to just basically scrap and reutilize salvage spacecraft. And you got to pay off this huge-ass corporate debt. It's a neat little game, and fairly cheap. It was like $20 or something, and I started playing it, and I ran into exactly the same problem. That, alright, so I have to plant this. Oh, it's been a while, oh my gosh. So plant this, and go ahead and drop some iron in there. And yeah, ran into the same problem. Excuse me. And it froze up, but I could hear, the ch-ch of me maneuvering with my spacesuit. I could hear it, and I'm like, no, this isn't going to work. I mean, I didn't get 2 hours into the game before it started doing that, so I'm like, nope, can't do it. So I've got to scrap it for now, and I can only think that one day when I get a decent computer, that will no longer be a problem. Here's hoping. So, okay, so I'm actually going to put that there, and let's add, boom, let's add a bit of wood, and that'll start getting the coal going. And there we go. Good. Good. Okay, so that's going to get the coal going. And, oh, did I get the rest of it? Yeah, let's get the rest of it. And let's get some more stone. And we're going to actually make one of these over at the, over for the iron. And then what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to go for walkies, and I'm going to, try to salvage. We're going to walk around and find a couple of ruins and see what we can salvage. To me, I find that fun. If we scour the whole starting area, and if we can scrounge a whole bunch of stuff, then we might be able to, there's a good chance we might find some good stuff. It might be really useful. Yeah, it's a little game breaking, I suppose, but again, this is a casual playthrough here. I'm not looking to, break any challenges or do any speed runs or get any achievements or anything like that. This is totally not what I'm going for. I'm just want to set up a chill game, and then again, like I said, get my feet wet, and we'll start playing. We'll start playing the space exploration mod. I'm cautiously optimistic about that. So, yeah. Also, let's see. Also, this is the first Factorio game I think I've played with the new microphone. So, got some decent sound going, I hope. Looking at the OBS here, it seems to be picking up the sound okay. We'll recheck the levels another time. Oh man, too, and you know what? The soundtrack for Shipbreaker is freaking gold. And I think what I'm gonna do, and I might be wrong for doing this on some level, but I think I'm actually going to use it as the soundtrack for this game. I love the Factorio music, but I may see how the game sounds with Shipbreaker music. I mean, it's kind of this bluegrassy blues. I mean, Anyway, if you're listening to it, there you go. Why am I even trying to describe it? So you're probably hearing it right now. We'll see. All right. So let's grab some of that, and then we're gonna set this up. Oh, I can make a couple of them. So I'll set one up for copper, and I'll set one up for steel, or for iron. Iron butterfly. Okay, so put one there. Oh, you know what I need to do? Let's grab a tree. And I need to start making crates. So we can start putting some of this stuff in crates, right? It's a bit just... I tend to click things in the same way I do with shapes.io or Dyson Sphere. And it doesn't work that way. There's a few subtle differences, so I've just got to kind of be careful. And again, with Dyson Sphere program, it's a fun game, and it took me a while to get used to the belting system, but the spaghetti that you can create with those belts, it's shameful, but at the same time beautiful. I really love that game, but it's just so much like Factorio. Oh, right, yeah. Let's do a crate. Oh, really? Boom. Okay. So it's going to put in there control, right? Alt. There we go. So we got alt. We got that. So next, now that we've got that going, what I'd like to do... Can I make any repair kits? Do I have the ability to make repair kits? No, if I go over here to copper, I can. So what I want to do is carry with me a couple of repair kits, and then we're going to go for a walk. We're going to go find stuff. Let's go ahead, empty the crate, and get some coal. And so that way, if we find some things... Oh, yeah, let me grab that. So if we find some things that are useful, we can... let's see, drop that in there. If we find some things that are useful, then... But they're damaged, we can still, like, slap some repair kits on them and fix them. So, I think that would be useful if we could make some. Now, last time I played this, I had a hard time actually finding supply depots, if you know what I'm talking about. They're in the Ruins mod. Every once in a while you can find like a supply yard. It's just a bunch of crates with a whole bunch of assorted supplies, and to include repair kits. I'd kind of like to find one of those, but I don't think we can really count on it. So it probably wouldn't be the worst thing in the world if we actually built some repair kits. So let's make one of those. Let's actually make two of those. And this is always the kind of the grindy part. Put this over here. Grab that out of there, grab this, throw some copper in, and do that, get that working, and then we'll go up here and we'll do the same thing for the steel. Did I not throw down? I did, okay, I was about to say, tell me I at least threw down a mining machine. And grab some of that. Throw in some of that. Okay. And how much more coal we got in there? 7 bits. Okay. I guess we can put the rest in there. So yeah, if we can... Okay, well this is mining the copper. We'll put some of the copper... Did we already put some in the smelter? Yeah. And then we can use that to start building our kits, right? Because our kits need copper, do they not? Electronic circuits, yeah. Okay. Right. And empty that. And throw the rest in there. Okay. So... Oh, and another thing I got to remember is in Dyson Sphere program, you can click on an item, but that doesn't start it. Like right here, if I go to this, it shows me the different items that are available. If I click on it, all it does is it opens a window down here, and then I can click on something to build it. But it shows me what the recipe is and all that. But in Factorio, if you click on it, it's going to create it. So you got to keep that in mind. Why is that paused? Okay, it's paused. Waiting for space in destination because, oh, this is full. Got it. Okay. Got it. Okay. So, that being the scenario, that's all empty. Good. And once we redistribute this copper and everything, and redistribute some of this fuel, then we will go on our merry little way. Take that, throw in that, and let's do the same thing for the steel, or for the iron. I'd like to have some belts, to be honest. I guess I could make some, but it's just going to take a while to make them, and I don't really feel like spending that time. Okay, so if I got all that now, how many repair kits can I make? 7. Great. I'm gonna go ahead and make them. So it's making repair kits. All right, so let's go ahead and check the map. That's our spacecraft. All right. Where's a source of water we can use when it comes time to build our generators? I guess over there. That is some kind of ruin, I believe. And yeah, I guess we'll just start walking. We'll go east. I'm sorry, we'll go west, as you were. We'll go west and then kind of circle around and spiral this thing open. I think. Let's see, can we take any more of this? And why is this out? Because it ran out of ore. Oh, okay. Well, boom. There you go. All right. Let's go for a walk. And there'll probably be a series of jump cuts in this, so stand by. Well, here it is, our first ruin. Okay, so let's do a test here. If we take these repair kits, how much of the kit does it actually use to fix these belts? Because I'm going to go ahead and fix them because it just takes up less space in your inventory if you can actually fix them. You know what I'm saying? So get them all fixed, although it's actually taking quite a bit. The kit's going through the kit pretty fast. I'm not sure I'll like that. But, you know, so what? Hopefully we'll get a supply yard and we'll find more kits. And I like the fact that in the Ruins mod you actually find things that are ruined. I mean, that wasn't always the case, if I remember correctly. You would find belts and different little tidbits, but they were all operative that I remember. But then as time went on, as they did updates, you'd start finding them. Oh, there's some more stuff. You'd start finding them that were actually wrecked. Oh, I don't know that I've ever seen a water pump. I gotta say, I don't know that I've ever seen a water pump. Oh, that's interesting. Because, oh, you know, even when you play the Ruins mod, when you do the Lazy Bastard achievement, one of the first things you have to do is create a water pump before you can create power, so you can automate production. But if there's a water pump, you can actually pick one up. That saves like 7 items off your list. And I tried to keep it within single digits, and I don't remember. I think I was successful. I don't remember. It kept it really low, even with the Ruins mod, or with the Ruins mod, you could keep it really low. You know, the Lazy Bastard achievement was an achievement you got. It is an achievement you get. I've already gotten it. You can do it once for vanilla and once for modded, that you get when you create something, or when you go through the game, win the game, and create less than a certain amount. I think it's 111 items in your hand. And it's easy to do with the Ruins mod, but with vanilla it's much harder. But in the Ruins mod, the one thing that you still had to create, and you absolutely had to create it because it wasn't one of the ruins we'd find, was an offshore water pump. And I think that accounted for like 7 items because of its components and subcomponents. So the end item is just one item, but you have to create like 7 different items to do it, 7 different craftings. So it's interesting that now it's there. So you could theoretically drop the number of items that you create, oh man, by a significant number. Could you actually, is it possible that you could do it? If you found that water pump, could you go through the game creating no items in hand? Oh, that would be sweet. I wonder if that's possible. Man, now you got me thinking. That's bad. Oh wow, with the long reach mod, you can repair stuff way out. Okay, here's our first hostile entity here. Oh, you can see the tracers. But I could sure use some fish or something to eat. Oh, I can actually reach that from quite a distance. Oh, okay, well that's a little breaking for that. That's a little game breaking for that mod. Or for, not that mod, that ruin. Okay, science labs, great. The creme de la creme for me right now is anything to do with power. Like, right now, a couple of boilers and, what do you call them? What do we got here? Oh, I think we already did that. Boilers and steam engines would be terrific. Ooh, solar. Yeah, buddy. Accumulators too. Yeah, okay. Oh, hello. Solar way over there. Wow. Dang, they've added a whole bunch of ruins. Huh? Including advanced smelters? Okay, we'll take them. They're like, they take half the time as normal smelters. And is there anything here that, oh yeah, this is great. This is good stuff, but we can reach it, so we don't need to risk landmines. I didn't think of that. That is a little game breaking. Because we can actually reach it outside the defenses of, you know, the things that were added to the Ruins mod to kind of make it at least somewhat challenging. And, yeah, the long reach kind of throws a big monkey wrench in that. And a refinery. We will absolutely take that. A refinery is also one of the other things that used to be one of the challenges in trying to get the Lazy Bastard achievement, because it requires like 5 items to build, and at the time, the way the game was written, you could only there are 3 different types of assembly machines. There still are, but there's the Mark 1, Mark 2, Mark 3. The Mark 1 is like a slow speed. Mark 2, the blue one, is kind of a mid-range, and then the Mark 3 was a very fast assembly machine. But back at the time that these achievements were introduced, there were limitations. The Mark 1 could only handle recipes of up to 2 items, and the Mark 2 could only handle recipes of up to 4 items, and the Refinery had 5 items. So, and you couldn't build the Mark 3, which had 6 items. Oh, there we go, boilers and steam engines. And the Mark 3 could handle 6 items, so you could build a refinery with it, with a Mark 3. However, you needed the refinery to make oil products, and the oil products were needed to build the Mark 3 assembly machine. So you didn't have access to a Mark 3 assembly machine without a refinery. So no matter how you cut it, you had to rebuild, or you had to build a refinery by hand because the Mark 2 machine couldn't handle it. Well, somewhere along the line, that changed, and the new version of Factorio, from what I understand, it's actually been quite a while that the assembly machines now no longer have ingredient limitations. In other words, the slowest machine can handle the largest number of ingredients. So that is no longer a thing anymore. A Mark II machine can indeed build an oil refinery. So that's actually kind of cool. But you had to, like, all the subcomponents you could craft with a Mark II assembly machine, so you could have it do the work. And it's really kind of a crazy achievement. I've said this a million times, and Board Bob got the achievement as well. He agrees that it is... Okay, where are we at in the map? Okay. That the name is incredibly ironic because it is anything but a lazy endeavor. Like the lazy bastard achievement. Let the machines do the work. It takes an incredible amount of planning, or at least it used to. And you have to really watch yourself because it's so easy to just click on something in the menu and have the machine make it for you. And just create it in hand like you would, like the 2x2 grid in Minecraft. No matter where you go, you have that grid. But really, in order to get the achievement, you can only do that 111 times or 110 times. I don't remember what it was. And what it is, it's still the same. And with all of those limitations, it was incredibly difficult. But I got to imagine now, especially with the Ruins mod. So at least for the modded version, if you could get a water pump, and you no longer have to worry about... the ingredient limitation. I mean, gee whiz, if you go far enough afield and scrounge stuff, you might just... I don't know. I could imagine you could probably build... you could probably make the achievement with zero. With having done zero handcrafting. I really think that might be possible. I'm trying to remember what the limitations were. There was like a couple of milestones that it was like, well, no matter what you do, you have to make some things by hand. And I want to say one of them was your first pickaxe. Well, that's no longer a thing either. It's no longer required that you build a pickaxe. You just have the ability. Instead of punching trees in Minecraft, you no longer have to build a pickaxe. You have it with you. And so now that you've got the pickaxe, and then you've got the ability to create, or you've got the ability to find a water pump, and you've got the ability to go out and find other items like that, like a refinery. And there's no ingredient limitation now, so shoot, I I got to imagine it's possible to get the achievement with 0 items created. I mean, somebody correct me if I'm wrong. Say something in the comments if you think that, okay, well, yeah, Eric, that's great, but it sounds good, but you still have to do yada yada yada. You would still have to do this, this, and this. But I think the 3 milestones were build your pickaxe, build your water pump, and then later, way later in the game, you'd have to build your refinery. And anything after that could be built with an assembly machine. That's with the Ruins mod. Now I get with the with vanilla, you have to get the technology yourself, and with that makes it difficult because now you have to actually go out. Yeah, like I said, the 0. I think with the Ruins mod, I think you could do it with 0, but the vanilla game, I think you would still have to. I think you would still have a lot. You have to create all the science packs. So, and you make the science packs that gets you the technology to do automation, and that gets you the technology to build machines, and you could create stuff then by machine. So that's how that would work. All right, here we go. Finally, a supply depot. So like I said, we are actually going to we're going to keep spiraling outward until we actually hit biter bases on, I'd say, most sides. Once we realize what our limits are, pretty much anywhere we can reach, we're going to scrounge. So we're just going to keep on going. Like right there, we got a biter base to the northeast. It would appear. I believe that's what that is. Yes, it is. But the nice thing is, with the long reach, we can actually grab this stuff right out from under their noses as long as we can see it. Again, it is a little bit game-breaking, but you know what? We've got the tool. Let's use it. Okay, so we found them out that way. Great. So we're probably getting close to our limits, probably on all sides, honestly. Well, we've actually filled our inventory at this one supply depot, so I think what we'll do is create a crap ton of belts. So let's go ahead and get a bunch of them started. So that's going to take some of our iron plates. Now I went ahead and took some of the ore that we've collected, dropped it in here as well. And what else can we start making? Because we've got just a ton of stuff here. And let's see, what can we add? We should be able... Cannot insert transport belt. Inventory is full. You got to be kidding me. Okay, well, let's see if we can get rid of some coal. There we go. What else? Steam engines. We could probably make a couple of steam engines. How about that? And let's do that. That's going to take a few. That's going to take a whole bunch of the iron plates, which is great. Let's take that. Copper plates. Collect up these crates. I really didn't expect to actually fill it. We've actually got a nice collection of stuff. There's still other stuff we could find. We've actually got solid fuel. That's kind of funny. Yeah, refinery. We've still got the one water pump, a bunch of solar panels. We've actually got some engines. We've got enough materials that if we wanted to make a car, we could. We've got a whole bunch of steel. The only problem with making a car is that we don't actually have the technology to do it. So there's that. All right. So steam engines, I'm not sure how much they stack to. Can we make some boilers, perhaps? We could use some boilers. Maybe we could make a couple of boilers. We've got some coal-fired inserters, and that's good. But belts are a big one. We got a whole bunch of belts. And I think... So what else are we going to need? We've got some science labs. The belts are the big one. That way we can start to connect our power to... that way we can start to connect fuel to power. And that'll work in our favor. And we've got a whole bunch of manufacturing stuff. We've got 8 tier 1s, 11 tier 2s of assembly machines, so we can start immediately making science, because really that's what everything centers on in this game. It centers on science and the creation of science, researching science. So let's see. Out of materials. Okay, so let's just start dumping more ore in there, I guess. We have plenty of iron, so we'll just leave those there for now, I think. I don't think we need to worry too much about it. Let's check the map and see if there's any other things we can grab. Yeah, like these here. So we can grab those. And you know, I know better than to just walk through a walled-in area with the Ruins mod running, because a lot of times they mine that stuff. And I don't mean mine as in Minecraft mine, I mean mine as in landmine mine. Alright, let's grab that. What was that? What did I just pick up? What was that? Was that railroad track? Yeah, I guess it was. It didn't look like a piece of railroad track. It almost looked like a carriage, a railroad carriage, but it was too small for that. Oh, geez. Wow, it just keeps getting better. Okay, what are these? I think these are improved furnaces. Yes, they are. And we are so going to take them. Man. I don't think we're going to have enough room for these yellow inserters. The red ones are great. The fact that we can find long... yep, see, there it is. Inserter capacity is full. Oh, right there. It's still laying on the ground. Let's see. What can we do? I suppose we could consume some of this stone by making some... making some of this, making some furnaces. Oh, you know what? We got a crate right here, and we need to fix this. Always check your inventory. If you've got things that are damaged, fix them. And then pick them up. That's why I bring the repair kits, because that way you're not carrying items that would otherwise stack. If they're in different states of repair, they're not going to stack. So best that you do that. Alright, belts, red belts, yes, we should be able to pick those up. How about undergroundies, what about them? I think we can pick those up. Huh, okay. I thought we already had some, I guess not. Can I use the deconstruction planner on that? No, I can't. Oh, and I just wasted a space by putting a deconstruction planner out there. Great. Okay. Okay, the yellow belts stack to 100, so it kind of makes sense to start making a whole bunch of belts then. Okay, that makes 2 belts. Okay, 3. Yeah, that makes sense. 3 units of iron plate to 2 belt units. Yes, that should basically compress our belts, or compress what we have in our inventory a little bit, and that's what we're looking for. Grab that. Grab that. And that. And let's go ahead and just add a whole bunch of belts to the queue. We're just going to make a whole bunch of belts. There we go. Alrighty then. And anything else immediately visible? No. But you can see we're really hitting the we're really sniffing out the biters, and we found several spots along the way. So we're gonna head up to the northeast or northwest and see if we can hit the biter limit that way. Little bit disappointed at the ruins. There are some ruins I wish we would find, but at least we've got the materials to make some of the base. Oh yes, artillery. Oh, and we have room, so let's grab that bad boy. The problem is the rounds. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna take a crate, put it there, and we are going to deposit stone. And I think we could probably get away with depositing iron ore. And you know, I'm going to deposit the deconstruction planner. We don't. Oh right, what was I thinking? Deconstruction planner. Why did I even make that? I don't have robots. You can't even use it till you have robots. All right, and that's 2 artillery shells and 5 artillery shells, right? See, my understanding is that artillery shells. Why is there? Artillery shells don't stack. Okay, it went to a total of 5 artillery shells. Got it. I picked up 2 and then I picked up 3. Okay, got it. Whoa! Dang it. Make distance. Make distance. Oh boy. I've got plenty of ammo. Question is, can I fight these bad boys off? Okay, yep, I think I can. I think I actually can. Yes, good. Woo, hoo, 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 hoo. Okay, how much ammo did I use? A little bit. Okay, wow, that pistol is worthless. Well, no, it's not. I mean, it saved our freaking butt. But let's see, can I make armor? Can I make any armor? Yes, I can. Not enough ingredients? Are you freaking kidding me right now? Because I used it all? Well, because I made belts out of all of it. Alright, well, whatever. Our first combat. Okay, we're actually back at the base. So, I think what we're gonna do is, let's see, let's find a source of water that's fairly close by. And it looks like we're probably gonna have to go to the south or west. Oh wait, no, we can actually go up here. That actually works. Above our crashed spacecraft. And we're gonna go ahead and get power up and running. Actually, before we even do that, let's go to where our coal deposit is. How about that? And we can do a couple things. Excuse me. Because of the ruins mod, we actually have some accumulators here. So let's go ahead, we'll set these over here, And then we're going to go ahead and dump some solar panels here. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're going to make, we got 14 solar panels, and we've got some power lines, and we've got the good power lines too. The large utility poles. And hook that up. Okay, so we can charge the accumulators. Oh, you know what? Yeah, right. Forgetting myself here. Put that there. Put that there. I'm not used to laying these things. I just forgetting myself here. Not used to laying these things out. It's been a while. And usually when I do it, we have substations unlocked, but we don't right now. So once we've got kind of a source of power. Excuse me. Oh, first of all, let's go ahead and set up a radar set. We've got a couple of them. And if we look at the total output, we've got solar panels are making almost a megawatt. They're charging the accumulators right now. Now the accumulators are taking over. Or the solar panels are taking over as the sun comes up. So with that, we can actually go ahead and set up. I have some electric miners. And I think what we're going to do for them... Oh, right, coal inventory is full. So let's do this. We're going to place a crate right here. And we are actually just going to start putting things in the crate. Can I open the crate? No, I can't. Where's the hand? All right. Good deal. All right, so let's start putting things in the crate, like... Oh, I would say the stack inserters, some of the yellow inserters. We don't need the blue splitters right now. Don't even need the red splitters right now. We'll just work with the yellow, put the red belts in there. We don't need the refineries because if I'm not mistaken, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but we have no recipe. Just because we have the refinery doesn't mean we can do anything with it because we don't have the technology to take advantage of any petroleum recipes, if that makes sense. Because we haven't done that yet. Now, the artillery piece, it's cool and all, but let's go ahead and put it in there as well. Let's see, we've got 40 red science and 50 green science. That's kind of cool. So now we can pick this up, and what we're going to do is we're going to lay out, we've got, how many mining machines? 5. So we're going to put 2 here, 2 electric miners, 1 and 2, and with the yellow belts, but here's what we're going to do. Put that like that. We're going to set up a little bit of a fail-safe here. I always do this when I'm first starting out. I'm going to take some of these burner miners and put them 1, 2 apart like that. We'll stagger their outputs. And we're going to take, we don't have a lot of the burner miners, but we are going to set 3 of them up. That's the last of them. We're going to go ahead and use what we've got to make 4 more, maybe 5 more. And then we're going to prime this first machine with a load of coal. And now what you're going to see happen is it's going to output the coal onto the belt. The burner miner is going to pick up enough from the output to load itself and to keep the burner drill loaded. And then this one will load itself with the output, and then it will load this burner drill right here. There we go. And then so we're going to have a self-sustaining source. It's not going to be great, but it will be enough to kind of keep things going. Okay, now we're going to hook that up so now the electric miners can work. And our next step is to stretch these belts. Now, why does it ghost like that? Okay, I guess that's for the robots if we had them. But we're gonna have to create a path through which these things go. Oh wow, it actually uses the tunnels. That's kind of crazy. Ah, dang it. Wow, the tunnel thing, this is new. It's using the tunnels to automatically get past obstacles. That is crazy. What is this? Oh, you gotta get right up on it. Okay, yeah, gotcha. Excuse me. Alright, where's the water? Okay, water's up here. Got it. And what we're doing right now is we're creating a source creating a source of coal to feed the power plant. So let's go ahead and do that. We have one water pump. Put that there. And I've got a bunch of undergroundies, which is great. Okay, so boilers here. 2, and we put them in pairs. Okay, how many more? I've got 13 steam engines. Can I make 7 more? No, I can't make any more right now. Okay. Wait, what? That was all the pipe we had? Are you kidding me? Holy crap. I thought I picked up more pipe than that. Okay. We'll have to go to the iron patch and get some more iron plates. Okay, and do I not have enough plates to do that? Okay, I can only make one more steam engine. Why do I need more? Okay, the solar and the accumulators is kind of a nice little boon there. That works out well. But we are going to bring this around this way. I realize it's redundant. We could have just come up from this end, but I like to feed the closest, I mean, call me crazy. Oh, dadgummit. I like to feed the closest boilers. I like to feed the generators that are closest to the water source. Basically, I want the source of water and the source of coal to be at the same end, if that makes sense. Okay, did I... Oh, I made the steam engines and it took all the pipe. That's what happened, so now I can't actually make any more pipe. Because the steam engines took it. Dang it. Alrighty then. That's why. I'm like, I knew I picked up more pipe than that. So, okay, first of all, let's, nope, I need more pipe first. Let's do that first and foremost. Get the iron. Dang it! What was I thinking? Subcomponents. Get these things operating. Okay, also, what I like to do is leave a gap between the boiler and the steam engine. And I'll show you why. Okay, what I do is I have the connections to the steam pipes. However, I interconnect all the steam pipes so that is that right? Yeah. So that I can take all of the steam that's created, and any excess steam that's created will go into a tank. Okay, can I bring that? Where's the tank? Let's take the tank right here. Fluid tank. Actually, that's a waste of pipe right there, so let's just do that. There we go. Okay, so that's filling with steam. So that way, if by chance the coal, the fuel source becomes insufficient, then it will have a reserve of steam to operate on, and hopefully we will see the problem. It gives us a little bit of time to play with before it becomes the death spiral, if you know what I mean. If you're familiar with Factorio, you know what the death spiral is. That's when the amount of fuel that you have, the amount of fuel that's being produced can't keep up with the energy demand, and then, of course, the energy demand is dependent upon the fuel. So as the fuel goes away, then the machines start running slower, and as they start running slower, fuel is produced even slower, which makes them even less capable to keep up with the demand. And so the engine just goes slower and slower and slower and slower. Now the solar will kind of help create some power will always be available that way, so the death spiral won't be actual death, and some things will operate. There's a source of ready power as long as we have that solar, but you don't generally start the game with that, so it is kind of cheaty. Okay, we're gonna bring this source of power down to our mining facility. Actually, we'll just attach it right there. Okay, so the accumulators are filling up, so it looks like whatever the demand was, it was sucking down the accumulator's ability to keep up. In other words, it was not able to keep up. So what we're going to do next time is then we're going to run power to the iron, we're going to run power to the copper, and it should keep everything going while we continue our search to scrounge supplies. So Anyway, I think that's going to do it. We'll set up science next time. I realize this probably took a while, but you know what? This is part of getting set up, and this is a good thing. And we're loving it. I'm loving it. And I think I can't wait to get started on this world. So, all right. Well, guys, hopefully you'll join us for more. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Lets me know that you're in favor of this, and it keeps you notified if any more videos drop. So, have a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next one. Ciao.